What's up, guys? So we finally finished the entire renovation project for our first BRRRR fix and flip property. So we're here in Garland, we're going to go from plumbing, we're going to go from backsplash, we're going to go from flooring, we're going to go from paint, landscaping, all that stuff. So stay tuned. I think you'll be super excited what we decided to do with the property. You can see that we painted the entire exterior black. I think it just kind of provided a rich, full look, and it's going to last longer than like a typical white. So that's what we went with the darker color. As we go over here, we did just some simple landscaping stuff. We didn't put any specific plants or anything like that, just because we're actually going to leave that more to the tenants. A lot of people like aloe vera plants or maybe cacti plants or flowers or whatever. So we decided just to give it kind of a bare look. Our contractor just gave some like stones and stuff because he had this extra. Honestly, it wasn't a simple upgrade or anything like that, but they just went ahead and left that. And then two, obviously just cutting the grass, things like that, and that's going to be all maintained by the tenants. And then our final finish that we're super proud about is our fancy door right here. I know we pointed that out earlier, but we actually got it stained, so it has that more rich, dark look. And then we have an exterior light fixture too, so it can kind of match the black that we're going for right here. All right, so come on in. Okay, so as you can see, we did just white paint for the walls. It's kind of a smaller property, like I said, only about 1,200 square feet. So we did that white paint on the interior so it can kind of seem like it's opening up, and you can see too how well the sunlight illuminates all throughout the property. On the floor, like we said, we got that dark wood look, so obviously LVP, but it makes it look like it's actually natural hardwood floors. And then over here for the fireplace, instead of keeping it like that red brick on the exterior, we actually did like something called a gray wash on the brick. And again too, we went ahead and stained this mantle. Previously it was white, and now it's actually a brown finish to kind of tie in with that ceiling fan as well. So as we keep going over here, again, looks very, very, very elegant. We have the tall baseboards too. Here is the kitchen. So we have the gray cabinetry with the silver knobs. We think it just looks very modern and bright. And then we have the quartz countertops right here with the white backsplash. Again, very modern looking. And then we finish it off too with the black fixtures for the faucet, and then the black fixtures too for the lighting up top. Brand new stovetop. It's actually it's gas powered, so that's gonna be a lot better too for tenants. A lot of tenants love that versus that electric. It's gonna be brand new microwaves too, and then a brand new dishwasher. Here are, again, we went with the original water heater, so that saved us a few $100. And then we added all black knobs to all the doors, so it can again tie into the faucets right here. And this is the pantry. This is going to be the laundry room. Previously, in the first video, you noted that the actual laundry room, they put it in the garage. And so we actually ripped all that out, closed everything up with drywall, and now we reinverted the laundry room here, right? And so we have our water connections, and then we have our power connections, and we added this cool shelf to actually match the front door and then the mantle too. So here is the garage. This was a freaking nightmare. I think you remember back in the day. Again, this was right here. You can see the connections for the laundry, and then the electric connections for the dryer. We actually need to close this. This is for the attic. We had to keep this open for the inspector, so we got to close that. That right there, we closed up the fireplace, and then here it allows for a full single garage, and then this is just going to be utilized as storage on the other side. So this is actually what we're actually most excited about. This place looked like crap. No fence on the exterior, so we actually completely redid that. Brand new fencing on the back, so that way tenants can actually have their pets come in. We did a lot of the tree trimmings because, as you can see, it was just very outgrown. And then over here as well, we added some fencing. Over here, we added some fencing as well because this was actually completely open. Both sides were actually open, so we had to add some fencing right here. So both the side and then the rear parts of the backyard, we added all fencing, stained both of it too, so it's gonna last a lot longer. Just wanna show you guys some cool things. The secondary bathroom right here is absolutely beautiful. If you walk in, you take a look. We just did the white backsplash too, just to keep it neutral. And then we added that wood shelf right there to kind of make it pop. And then again, we went with the silver finishes on the knobs, and then a smaller mirror with a black light fixture. Just that way too, it gives that more modern look. Here's the master bedroom right here. Looks exactly similar as the rest of the house. One thing that we're gonna have to add though, we forgot to add some knobs right here. So a lot of times when tenants move in, they're very similar to buyers. They're gonna get you guys with a couple requests too, because you know, if they're there for 12, 24, 36 months, they kind of want things their way. And so they went ahead and asked that if we can add some knobs to the closet doors, and of course we're gonna grant that so we can guarantee a tenant. Fun fact actually, we put it on the market for 3 days, and glory to God, we got a tenant signed and everything has been sealed and documented within 3 days. So that was an absolute just answered prayer for us. So we're super excited about it. As we walk into the finalist, here is the master bathroom. Again, very similar to the secondary bathroom, but it's just absolutely beautiful. We really love what our contractor did with the quartz right here. And then two, it's a similar gray cabinetry with the silver knobs, small black mirror, and small black finishes with the wooden shelves right there to finish it off. And that's too, just to keep it fancy for the tenants. And then here's our prize in possession right there. That is an $8,000 HVAC unit that we went ahead and actually completely redid, put a brand new unit in here, and then we redid the entire ductwork and added about 12 to 16 inches of insulation in the attic to save our tenants' utilities, and also to save us as well, because a lot of times here in Texas, in the attic and all that stuff, it'll get about 130 to 150 degrees in the attic. And so if you add a lot more insulation, it's going to actually decrease the heat over time to your actual property, which is going to save you probably money down the road. So it's a 3x2. So we have one secondary bedroom right here and one secondary bedroom right here. It's the exact same as the master's, all white interior. We have the dark ceiling fans, and again, too similar as the master. We're going to go ahead and add some knobs on the closets, so when they slide, they can actually have something to grab onto. So as we wrap up the tour, we're really excited. Again, this was our first one. We actually baked in approximately about, I think it was $80,000 of equity, because the ARV that we got on the appraisal when we first bought the property was $288, and we're going to refinance it to about $201 for 30-year note. So that's about what, $87,000 to $88,000 of equity built into this property. We intend to hold on to it, God willing, as long as possible, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 years. But this is number one out of hopefully many more future projects to come. So thank you for watching. Please slide in the comments, ask questions. Let me know if you want to see future videos about this stuff. And as again, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in here in the DFW area, call me or slide in my DMs. I'm here to help. Thanks, and God bless.